To headquarters, Captain Ulty of the 7th Brigade, 51st New York Infantry Regiment, Company A, and 8th Massachusetts, Cook's Battery, under Major Venom, May 8th, 1862. So, on the day of May 6th, I had the honour of leading the company into battle, due to Major Venom, the leader of the regiment, had been wounded the day prior at the Battle of the Limestone Bridge. He is expected to make a recovery. On this day we had word from our pickets that rebel forces marched not too far from us, and gave us the warning. My fellow officers and I grouped and made our plans of attack. My men, in the 8th Massachusetts, had been given the task to man one of the guns. Myself and the 51st New York head down to the railroad to counter our rebel flank. We were joined by the brave men of the 88th New York under the command of 2nd Lieutenant Phipps. We received contact from a rebel unit on the railroad. We had them routing, but it didn't come without any consequence. Regardless, we held strong, and followed up with some volleys into the cornfield after we noticed some Dixie flags heading towards our fellow men. Seeing this and believing they were weakened, we charged up strong, bayonets at the ready, and we took a few of them out, but we were forced to retreat. We regrouped again and left, one of the fellow captains instructing me to head down the road, paralleling the railway, and flank the enemy holding the cornfield. We did such, but arriving there, our fellow companies fighting with us managed to dislodge and clear the rebels out. Noticing this, we, along with the 88th New York, we took the advantage to head into the forest just off the railroad and flanked around to the Confederate left flank. We were struck with rebel fire from a company hidden behind a group of rocks. We believed they were the 56th Virginia. We returned fire and hit them with a few casualties, but receiving a few of ourselves. We retreated under the cover of the 88th New York and forced them off to the railroad into the adjacent woods. We decided to swap the flanks, noticing the side we had attacked previously was heavily guarded by the rebel companies. I gathered my men on the snake rail fence by the road and ordered them to rain buck and ball onto the rebel positions. We managed to wipe a regiment, holding the point of contention, and repeatedly killed the flag bearers. I had my men fall back to the snake fence, just behind us, and noticed a rebel unit attempted to flank us. The artillerymen, under the command of Lance Corporal Leo, decided to burn a musket and join us in a line. So with the extra men, I took left flank and fired buck and ball into them, wiping them entirely. Seeing the field clear of the enemy, we ran into the point of contention and captured it, meeting a fellow company there before we retreated to the fence line. They managed to push us off once again, and we regrouped. The Confederates took positions at the railroad once again. We cut through the cornfield that the early engagements were fought in, and hit them from the concealment of the thick field. We came across an enemy regiment in the meantime, and charged them and killed them all. Following this, a large group were mustered behind a snake fence. I ordered my men on the fence to fire at the Independent. We recaptured the area of contention after the 52nd formed onto our right flank, along with the fellow regiments. We, as the 51st, moved further left, giving space for other regiments to fall in. We countered the 8th Florida, once we shifted to the left, and we were fighting and shooting at a distance no greater than 30 feet. The Confederate battalions broke, but we also were shattered. The fighting ended not long after. We lost, of the 26 men we fielded, 4 of them. They fought bravely and with great honour, and with rifle in hand, though the day ended with an unsatisfactory outcome. Forever your humble servant, Captain Ulty, 7th Brigade, 51st New York Company A, Shepherd Rifles, 8th Massachusetts Battery, Cook's Battery.